Yeah.
I'm a mentor. People ask me, what are you? What are you? Are you a personal? No, I'm not a personal trainer. No, I am not. I've been doing this 27 years. I'm a muscle minister. I'm a mentor. I'm a teacher to so many. Here come a truck. That's my Here come a truck. Shut the gate, shut the gate, shut the gate. Shut the gate because it's going to hit somebody's car. All right, now listen, I'm sorry, y'all. Come on, sorry about the interruption. Obviously, this is live, right? So y'all got to see it.
I'll just do it again.
Okay, baby, come on.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, cool. Hey, Jay,
All right. Thank you, my brother. Thank you. Thank you.
I just want to give a quick background of who Jay is, and he owns his own gym. This is his gym right now.
Yes.
And he's trained a lot of celebrities and athletes and famous people like Eddie Murphy, Chris Tucker, Nicole Murphy, right?
That's right.
Wife.
Absolutely.
So, just kind of want you to share, like, and Jay actually was homeless before, but he basically through a crazy turn of events, he's now training like these famous like actors, actresses, athletes and stuff. And so could you just share like some of the people you've worked with?
Absolutely. Well, some of you guys may or may not know Joey Lawrence, the Olsen twins, Johnny Gill, Eddie Murphy, Nicole Murphy, as you said, Smokey Robinson, Ollie Woodson from The Temptations. Some of these people y'all know and maybe know now. It's so funny because I got a text from, believe it or not, and I'm gonna actually just show you, and I'm just gonna say, I'm gonna let you see the name, and you're gonna be like, oh shit. So I want him to just see this, because then he's gonna see it for himself, and you tell people who this is. What name is that right there that's been texting me?
Angela Jolie official.
Angelina Jolie.
Yeah, you want to
I just want to, but don't let us see the whole thing, because then you want to see the number. All right, you know what I mean? Yeah. But as long as you saw it, it's okay.
Yeah.
But anyway, I want people to see. I just want people to see something. I was holding that, but I want people to see just a little bit. Come on. I want people to see just a little bit. That's why I wanted him to read it. I don't do all of this, but again, I just want to show you. But I have a lot of people that come through here. I have a lot of people that come and they say, you know what, I need to be mentored. And I think what's happening right now today that people need to understand, everybody needs a mentor. See, friends will take you where you are. They're okay with where you are. But a mentor loves you too much to leave you right there. A mentor want to take you beyond where you want to be, right? Or I should say beyond where you want to go, because you want to be there. That's why you hire a mentor. So the idea behind any type of training or any type of movement, any type of betterment or empowerment is about having the right tools, strategy, check-in partner, and movement. See, you just can't say I want to go to college. You got to do something. You just can't say I want to swim. You got to jump in the water, right? So you have to manifest what it is that you want. Right? And the only way to manifest that is that you got to do the work. Too many people, guys, out there, and I got to just say this really quickly to your audience. Too many people out there, when they want to go around the process, hear what I'm telling you. There's a process. You get pregnant, right? You carry the baby, right? And then you get what? Birth, right? That's how it works. You can't skip that. Okay? You can't get pregnant and just give birth. No, it don't work that way. Right? Same thing with training.
Yeah, and I feel like so many people in fitness, they just want like the results so quick, they don't go through the whole process.
That's it, right there.
And I know like for you, the way that Jay trains, he focuses on fundamentals. He doesn't just do like a lot of bands and do like even weights, right? You don't use heavy weights.
100%. What I do is this. I like what you said. I don't use heavy weights. Now, it's not about using heavy weights. It's about using the right weight, right? It's all relative. Right? If you're 1 year old, I'm probably not going to give you a 45-pound dumbbell. But if you're the type of person that says I want to stretch a little bit, you got to change the body up. Now, I don't do the bands, I don't do the balls. Is there anything necessarily wrong with it? No. But in the hands of the master, right, somebody who knows what they're doing, they don't need that particular piece. You have to get the tools. Everybody now is doing this. Watch this. Everybody now is saying, well, don't go to the gym. Don't go to the gym. This is the first time in history a gym membership is $9 a month. This is the first time in history a gym membership is at $12 down and $7. This is the first time in history gyms are closing. Wait a minute, hold on. Gyms are closing? That's like gas stations closing. You're going to need gas, right? How can you close? The basic fundamentals have been swept away now because now everybody's trivialized the gym so much, people don't take it serious no more.
So what are what are the things that you feel fitness gyms or not fitness gyms, but like personal trainers are doing wrong that you feel like they're not focusing on correctly?
Let me say this, and again, I want to stay away from right or wrong. I want to say this. Personal training, first of all, many of you guys know personal trainers and have seen personal trainers at work. It's the most unregulated business in the world, right? You don't have to be good and be a personal trainer, right? You can be awful and be a personal trainer. You can never get nobody in shape and be a personal trainer. You can look good yourself and be a personal trainer. But that does not mean that you're effective, you're teaching, you're moving, and you're helping somebody get better. Now, with that being said, what I've learned to do, and again, I'm not a personal trainer, what I've learned to do, 27 years, my name on the building, I've learned to say, how do I help people get better where they are? Some people, man, they ain't going to go to the gym today. Some people need to be taught how to eat. Some people need to know they got to go to bed on time. Some people need to know all this stuff on TV is fad, and most of it is to make somebody else some money. See, when you talk about the chocolate epidemic, right? Well, you can have dark chocolate. Well, when you read who did the report, Nestle or a chocolate company. Ladies, have a glass of wine. Well, when you read who actually did the report, it's the wineries. You're like, wait a minute. So y'all got a dog in the fight. One of the things that I do and that I stay away from, I'm not tied to anything or anyone, right? So when I speak from my heart, right? And I speak from love and I speak from understanding. I'm not trying to soft shoe anybody. You got to do the work. You got to have the process. So some people need to have somebody encourage them off the couch. Some people need to know what to eat in their house for real. But everybody always has the angle to make money. Hey, it's okay to make money, don't get me wrong. But tell the truth. Tell the truth about it. Don't just throw stuff out there and got people out here doing it, passing out, throwing up, sick, don't look no better, gaining weight, yo-yo dieting. Wait a minute, dog. Why don't you tell the truth? I'm doing this to make money, but if you want to try it, go ahead. Well, then that's different. Even on a box of cigarettes, right? You buy a pack of cigarettes. It says on there, cancer causing. Now that rest is on you. That's fair. Okay? It didn't stop people from smoking, but it's fair. It showed them cancer causing, so you know what it is.
Yeah, and I want to also talk about, like, we talked about this before, like we started this interview, but basically the people who are personal trainers, a lot of them, you could just, like, you said in like a couple of days you just pay some money, you could get a certificate and you're a personal trainer, but for Jay, like, he has the results, he has the befores and after, but like a lot of the trainers out there, like, they don't have the befores, they don't have the results, and so like for Jay, like, can you share some of your transformation?
Oh my God, yes. As a matter of fact, I wanted to grab my book. I wish I would have known I would have grabbed my book with you. One of the things that I have, and they call it transformations now. Yeah. Back in the day, I didn't have cameras and stuff like this, and I'm so glad to be on your show and to be able to podcast today, because back when I was doing what I was doing, it was just being done. That's it. Nobody knew anything about it. Nobody knew any of this, right? So what I want to say is this. The biggest piece for me is now that I'm in front of people, 27 years is talking to you, not today, not last week. I have 3,000 before and after pictures. If you zoom around this room, you'll see some of my clients. You'll see, and I have my book and what have you. I have all of that right here, right now. So next time, now we can actually slide this in there, I guess, at some point, and I'll show you some of my before and after. I have over 3,000. This is before we had social media. Right? So the biggest piece now is I want to teach people now to be able to separate what's true and what's not. Right? What's making people money and why they can make it make sense, and what's livable and what you can do right now in your own home. That's what I want to do now. So as a teacher now, I'm coming from that perspective. Never from a perspective of a personal trainer. I am not one of those. I'm not a personal trainer. Because again, you mentioned it, anybody can be a personal trainer. I don't even know if people know this. Let me just say this. I don't know if you know it. It takes about 3 days to go on your computer, swipe your credit card, pass the test, and you're a personal trainer. How many people know that's who your personal trainer is? How many people know? Maybe some of them, hey, bumped it up a notch and went to NSM, NASM, Alpha, ACE. I'm not criticizing. I'm just trying to let you know that's why if you walk in a room with 50 trainers, how do you choose? How do you choose? If you like Ferrari, right, and Toyota, and you say, hey, man, I want a fast car, zippy, something good to look at. Well, wait a minute. What's your budget? Oh, I'm 100,000. Oh, then you got to go Ferrari. Well, Ferrari have proof. You can't go to Toyota and say, hey, man, this $70,000 car's got to perform like a Ferrari, dog. It ain't going to happen. Sad is the person that works with the Toyota and says, oh, it's just like a Ferrari, man. Same thing, same fast car. It's not true. So that's what I'm saying. When I come in and I start to teach, I want to give the people the information. I want to give the people the information so they can make the decision.
And there's a lady that you trained. Her name was Sylvia. And she
Yes.
was like, it was in Fox News. You actually shared it. And
Yes.
then she was like over 200 pounds, 230 pounds, and then she basically said, like, you saved her life.
Yes.
And she couldn't do like a single sit-up, and you stayed like behind her and helped her do the sit-up.
Absolutely. She talks about that story, and to this very day, Sylvia was a size 23. She was on Fox 11 News with me. She was such a newsworthy story at that time, right? When you finally got to the news, but I've been doing it 15 years before that even happened. But here it is, she gets on there, on the news, and she said, Jay, you literally saved my life.
And that she couldn't do a single sit-up when she first came in, and she basically said that Jay saved her life, and so yeah, like
it's an amazing story, Sylvia, because she was a size 23 when she first started, and a lot of people they looked at her and like, oh my God, what are you going to do with this woman? You got to do lots and lots and lots of cardio. What if I told you I trained Sylvia 4 days a week, 30 minutes, right? Never did a day of cardio. What if I told you that? And she went from a size 23 down to a size 12, down to a size 8, down to a size 10, and now she's a size 4. And about 3 days ago, a friend of mine was at a party, and that's why I like to show you, that way it's not coming out of my mouth, because you haven't seen my phone. And a friend of mine showed me, she said, Jay, I want you to know, look who I ran into. I'm like, who? And she said, I'm going to show you right now. Hang on, let me pull it up just really quickly. Oh, here it is, here. She said, oh shoot, wait. She said, oh, hang on. She said, I want you to see who I ran into. I said, well, who did you run into? She said, you'll see. And it was Sylvia. I haven't seen Sylvia a better part of maybe 7 years. And I just want to show you what she looks like today from going from a size, what was that, size 23. And now she's a size, which I'll let you see it. Oh, yeah, there she is. Now, this is her here. That's Sylvia on the left. Okay.
Okay.
Today, that was a couple weeks ago. This is her right here. This is her right here, that's Sylvia, and this is her from the start. So, yeah. So when you understand,
it's like the before.
when you understand,
can you see it on that?
This particular woman went from that size to the following size. It teaches people, I'm not just talking about this, but I am encouraging and letting them know. Again, that came from somebody else. Somebody sent me that picture. They were all at a party. All those 3 girls were at a party, and she said, guess who's here? And it was Sylvia. This is 11 and a half, 12, 15 years later. She's still a size 2. She's still eating right. She's still encouraged, and she still understands what it is she has to do and what's required of her. So that's why I said it's so important.
I think like what you do for people, you don't just help them get fit physically, you help them, like you're helping them overall as a person, you know, like helping their self-esteem, helping them like believe in themselves and think I could do it too. You know?
Absolutely.
And so, yeah.
My job as a mentor, and a teacher, is to motivate you for better. I'm going to stretch you. Every one of us have habits. All of us do. But the idea is we have to recognize and identify what those habits are. That way we can change them. Here's a lady here. And again, I don't just talk about it. I want y'all to see it. This lady right here lives in Pacific Palisades. Can y'all both see it? Yeah. Pacific. This lady right here said to me, she said, I've been everywhere. I've been everywhere. And I said, look, I won't train anybody. Back in the day, because this was part of my portfolio. She said, I said, I won't train anybody unless they take a photo for me. Her husband took this picture and gave it to me. He said, Jay, this is my wife. Can you help her? I said, that's not the question. The question is she coachable? Is she teachable? And is she willing to do the work? I'm not going to work with anybody that's not willing to do the work. I would say she did a great job. Would you? I would say she did it. Would you? I would say after 30 days, 0 cardio, she did the work. And I want you to see, I'll put it side by side, so you can actually physically see.
This was in 30 days.
This right here was in a 90-day period.
This is a 90-day transformation.
Jnetics style.
Jnetics, yeah.
So I just want everybody to understand, this is before, right? And if you look at this book, right, this is before. As you can see, some of the pictures, they just like they are. I just blew them up. I didn't know nothing about touching them up. I don't do that. Why? Because they call it transformation today. No, I call it letting go of the old, stepping into the new. That's what I call it. Letting go of the old, right? Old beliefs, old ideologies, old stuff that parents may have told you, limiting beliefs, things you're not sure of. Stepping into who do you want to create? What do you want to create? What do you want to look like? What do you want to feel like? That's what this is all about. That's what this is all about.
So what kind of, so you work with like thousands of people, and a lot of them, I think they come in with, like you said, limiting beliefs, and that's what hinders them from really, being fully active in the gym and like fully, reaching their full potential. So
Yeah.
what are some of those limiting?
Well, everybody's limiting beliefs are different, but there's things that.
Common ones, yeah.
Okay, common ones. Some of the most prevalent ones are eat all the food on your plate, right? Or if I cheat a little bit, I can work it off. No. I'll start tomorrow. No. After this, I'll do an extra lap around the block. No. Because those belief systems are in place to keep you being complacent, if that makes sense. So we don't want you to be complacent anymore, but you have to recognize that's what you're doing. My own mother, a long time ago, she always bought a workout outfit every Monday. My dad hated Mondays. Because every Monday, my mom always bought, my stepmom, always bought a workout outfit because she started every Monday, right? And my dad hated that. Why? Because his bank account kept going down and her weight kept going up. Why? Because she never started. She kept buying another outfit. My dad said, not another diet. Oh yeah, I'm starting Monday. Well, it's Tuesday, right? But she's starting Monday, right? So the idea, limiting beliefs is what people tend to constantly do to stay complacent. See, when you don't have nobody in your life identifying that, I was on the Sharon Osbourne show and Sharon Osbourne said to me, she said, what can I do to get rid of my stomach? I said, the kitchen. She said, no. Well, what can I do to get rid of it? I said, no, the kitchen. If your food is not prepared and your food is not ready and you don't have food cooked, I don't care how many sit-ups you do, you're not going to get your stomach down, right? Most of us don't know that. So everybody now, this whole generation now is all about, oh, I got to do this, I got to do burpees, No, dog. No. What are you eating like? What are you drinking every night? See, your body looks for nutrition constantly. It looks for rest constantly. Your body looks for water constantly. When it doesn't get it, that's when it starts to manifest other things. A gut, tired, fatigue, headache. Your body's telling you, stop, I need water. Stop, I need sleep. That's what your body says. No one listens to that. But everybody wants another membership. Everybody wants to go fast. And everybody wants to, no, dog. Let's get back to the basics. Is that okay? Can we get back to the basics? Is that okay? I'm going to show you a lady right here. Look what they tell women. Have a glass of wine. Wait a minute. Is anything wrong with wine? No. But wait a minute. When you're already overweight and you're already sitting down and you're already not doing anything, should you really be having wine on top of that? Should you really be drinking wine every night that turned into one glass? Now, does it look like nighttime to you? She's sitting outside her house having a glass of wine during the day. And she's having a glass of wine when she gets upset. Is she having a glass of wine? Huh? This is my client. Okay? She sent the picture. She took the picture. I don't train anybody I don't take a photo of. Because I can tell you all I want. But when you actually see it, then you say, now I see what he's talking about. But when you take away the old belief system, and then you flip it to the new belief system, you say, this boy knows a little bit about what he's talking about. And I put him there again. Here, I'll show it. Check. So once again, you can see when you take away the old and take away the new, what happens is you have to teach people. If you're not willing to teach people, then here we are again. So you have to make this decision, ladies and gentlemen. So that's the reason why I said for years, and I'm glad to be on this show, and this young man has a wonderful vernacular of touching his audience and giving you guys some content and something that you can stick your teeth into, because this thing is real out here. Everybody's getting older. Ain't nobody getting younger. You're not getting 16, sliding back to 14, then getting 14, sliding back to 12. No, you 20, soon you're going to be 25. You're 30, soon you're going to be 35. You're 40, soon you're going to be 40. You're 50, soon you're going to be 55. You're 60, yeah, one day you're going to be 70. Well, wait a minute. Most of us don't get better as we get older. Some people just get worse. Well, how did they get worse, Jay? What are you trying to say? I'm saying they didn't do nothing in their 30s and 40s. So all of a sudden you're going to say, Grandma, you got to start running now. How's she going to run? I've been sitting down all my life. No one's ever taught me anything. But this is what Jnetics does. I take the time to teach. I take the time to discover. I take the time to listen to where you are, right? Nobody does this stuff overnight. This ain't years in the making. This is 3 to 4 months of work. That's what this is. This ain't 6 months, 12 months.
No, it's just 3 to 4
this
months.
right here is 3 to 4 months right here.
And like a lot of trainers, they say it's gonna take years to have like that kind of transformation.
Right.
But you do it in like 3 to 4 months.
See, first of all, I want y'all to do me a favor. Okay? Go to your best trainer, whoever your best trainer is. Call him up. Hey, Mr. Best Trainer? Yeah. I want you to show me 25 before and afters. Half of them will tell you, I don't have it. What do you do now with that information? If you ever bought a Mercedes, right?
Yeah.
You drive on a lot. Excuse me, are you a Mercedes salesman? Yes. Where are the Mercedes? I don't have any. Bye. Right? You're a trainer? Yep. I don't have any results. Bye. But people get caught up in how good the trainer, he or she looks. No, sir. No, ma'am. You looking good as a trainer ain't helping me. Right? So the idea is, before you give your money to anybody, make sure they have proof of their work. This woman is 57 years old. She said, I know who you are. I've heard about you. Power 106, Sharon Osbourne Show, Fox 11 News. I heard about you in People Magazine. I've heard about you, Jay from Jnetics. I heard you. But I want to ask you a question. I know you won't work with me unless I take a picture. I said, well, you don't have on a bathing suit. She said, I'm just going to take a picture in my bra and underwear because I'm serious about what I'm doing. I've been listening to you. And I said, fine. 90 days later at 57, does anybody see that? Understand what I'm trying to show you.
You show them again, yeah. She won a medal.
Understand what I'm trying to show you, absolutely.
Well, what medal?
This lady right here won 90-day, she won a 90-day challenge back in the day. She challenged herself and she actually won the actual competition and what have you. So that's why she has a medal on there. So that's why I said you got to have evidence. Go ahead.
I kind of want to go into the mindset part again because, you know, I kind of shared earlier in the interview, but Jay used to be, you know, homeless, and there were probably a lot of limiting beliefs he had in himself that he had to overcome, you know, like a lot of them. So could you just share like your own journey, just like from coming, you know, you said you used to sleep under wheels with like cardboard boxes from the wind, and then there's even like a lady who gave you food, you know, you didn't even know who she was, but like you're hungry, she gave you food.
Exactly right. Well, see, you're absolutely right. I lived homeless all total 8 years, 6 years before I even came to the surface. I came here from Michigan native, and I didn't know California was so expensive. I not on drugs and not drinking anything like that, because most people think you're homeless because you were drinking and doing something like that. No, I just didn't have any money, and I didn't know anybody in Los Angeles, and I literally slept wherever I could. And to this very day, for many years, my family did not know that I was homeless, had no food, had nothing. They did not know that. But one of the things that I learned coming from Michigan was that I had nothing else to go back to. I'm not the type of person, I'm not going to retreat. I might get knocked down, I might fall down, but I'm getting back up. So it wasn't easy for me. And it's just how it is when I use God as my source and my power. I look at how he takes the broken things, God does, right? And he takes them when they're broken, and he's building while you're broken. So when you get up to talk, people know you're real. Okay? When I didn't have food, when I didn't have water, there were people that they saw me sleeping under this semi-truck. I put cardboard around the tires at night and set them on so I could sleep. And in the mornings, there would be food there. Now, understand, you got to be real hungry just to eat something that's laying there on the ground. Does that make sense? You got to be real hungry. You can't be like, can y'all bring me some toast? Why didn't y'all leave some toast and some coffee down here and some cheese? No, you ate whatever was there, and I was so grateful, right? But what it taught me was, God was my source, and he showed me, even though I was down and broken, I wasn't out. Even though I didn't have what people would consider a good life at the time, I wasn't out. So I became grateful for the small things. I became grateful for the little things. But that doesn't mean just because the pieces are broken, doesn't mean they can't be put back together again. So I'm trying to share with somebody out there how to put the pieces back together again. Just because you're broken, just because you're down, you cannot let your current situation dictate your future situations, right? And so many of us get stuck. I've been there too, but you got to say, no, today's the day. I'm going to be better than I was yesterday. See, sometimes as humans, right, we can't do it all in one shot. We have to sometimes, as the Bible always says, I love the book, it always says, if you have the faith the size of a mustard seed. See, I can handle this type of faith. Right? I can handle waking up tomorrow morning and knowing that hopefully there's either food there or some bread or a glass of water or a bottle of water when I would wake up homeless laying under the street of a semi-truck sleeping in and praying to God that nobody drove off in the semi-truck in the middle of the night. Right? See, so I was always covered, and I became grateful for every little thing. To the point where I wanted to show this, if I can really quickly. I wanted to show this picture just for a moment. This lady right here, wonderful woman. Does she look excited? No. Most people that I talk to, most people that I work with, they're broken inside, man. They're broken. Why would I try to sell her a membership in this situation? I needed to talk to her. I needed to understand what's missing. I needed to understand what the scars were, why she was broken. Once I understood that, And she understood that I understood that. She said, now I'm going to trust that you can help me. Now I earned her trust. Not as a trainer. No. They trying to get, no, ma'am, I ain't get out of here with that. I'm trying to minister. I'm trying to listen, and I'm trying to help, and I'm trying to encourage you right where you are. So many people don't understand that. They keep wanting to sell something. No, listen. My teacher tells me this. God gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth. Why? He wants us to do more hearing, less speaking. Huh? So when you understand this woman, and people see her, they say, Jay, there's no way you can help this woman. And I said, yes, I help everyone. Because it comes a time and a place, ladies and gentlemen. You have to have evidence of what it is that you're doing. So when we do away with the old and bring the new forward, now people are encouraged. Now they're excited. See, this is what life is all about. See, I don't know anything about this new generation stuff. See, they all talk. No. I have proof of all of my work. I have proof of the things that I'm doing and the things that and where I'm trying to go. So when I tell you, is as a matter of fact, when I tell you, it's when it comes to a place where people are saying, man, I don't get it. I don't understand. I'm like, you're not meaning to. God gave this as my mantle. This is something that I have to carry to the masses. You're going to be different than me. Your job may be something else. But God gave me this one. This was I'm supposed to do. Working through the area of fitness and understanding and understanding life coaching and understanding people's identity and what's happened in their life. Being able to break those chains off people. You got to understand, every one of us has chains. Right? But until somebody you trust long enough. See, I get to places where best friends don't even get to. Right? You hear people all the time say, man, my best friend hung himself, or my best friend shot himself. Well, he never told me he was going through. No. Because of fear of being judged. Of fear of somebody not liking him or not accepting him or her. Right? That's why they don't tell you. So I make myself and put myself in a place where I bear no judgment. Man, woman, boy, child. Gay, lesbian, doesn't matter to me. Let's talk. Do you want to better? Yes. I gotta listen. I can't judge and listen at the same time.
I think it's really great that you shared your journey was, through homelessness, but I think that gave you perspective, instead of seeing people as like, oh, they're lower than you or whatever. Like
Right.
you started from the bottom and now you're, at the top and you're able to relate to everyone across the spectrum.
Absolutely right.
And so what are do you have like any crazy stories or any crazy like lessons that stuck with you during that time?
Absolutely. So some of the most important things that stuck with me when I was homeless and didn't have anything. The biggest one was stay out of judgment, because you don't know what people are going through. I remember one night I was on the streets of Santa Monica. There was this couple walking by this doorway, and it happened to be raining that night in Los Angeles. I had a raincoat. I didn't have a raincoat. I just had my coat over my head, and I lived in the back of a '74 Chevrolet Impala. And I looked as I got in the car, and I saw this couple walk by, and I said, wow, look at this bum. And they called me a bum. And I thought to myself, I'm like, wow, that really hurt when I heard that. Like, they called me a bum. Because I was sleeping in the back of a '74 Chevrolet Impala. They called me a bum because I was different than them. They called me a bum. They don't even know my story, but they called me a bum. They didn't know what I had in my heart, but they called me a bum. I wasn't asking for money, I wasn't begging. They just saw my circumstance. What stuck with me was I never judged people after that. I don't know what people are going through. I don't know what they've been through. But if they're willing to talk about it and open up about it, I'm willing to listen. And that stuck with me, man. I don't judge nobody. I don't care what it is that you do. I don't know what you used to do, or what you could do, or what you might have done, or what they said you've done. I won't take the time to judge you. I will take the time to listen and ask you, would you like to change?
And I think that and your results show that, that they really do change.
Yes.
That love and care.
Yes.
It's not just I want your money, I want you to just, be fit and be gone, but it's I really care for you as a person. And
Yes.
I feel that. And so, like Sylvia, the lady who was 230 pounds, she said, your gym is like a house of love.
Yes.
It's like, she literally said you saved her life.
Yes.
So.
That's so true. And when people say that, it breaks my heart in a way, because I don't look at myself as a lifesaver. This is what God has given me to do. And I'm going to go back to something you just mentioned. And I don't know if people know this. When I first started working with people, for 18 months, I didn't charge a dime. I didn't charge nobody nothing. I was still struggling with, this was easy to me. Why would I charge you for something that's easy? Hey man, shake my hand. All right, give me $3. No, that's easy. Here, what time is it? $2. No. I just felt like, wait a minute. Why would I charge? This person really needs help. But I solidified myself by saying, before I started talking about selling what I'm doing and teaching what I'm doing, I first of all gave it away for free. And that made people say, wait a minute. Young man, I can't do this to you. Please accept this. More and more people gave me money before I got a dime. One dime, 18 months. I didn't charge nobody nothing. If you came to me, you had a story and you were broken, I took care of you. That's why people to this day come to Jnetics and they say, minister, muscle minister, mentor, I've got all kind of names now. Teacher, will you help me? This is what's going on in my life. And every single one of them, I didn't charge them a dime. I want people to just know that. So I'm not here taking folks' money. Before I did any of this, I gave it all away. Just so we're clear. So it wasn't about money for me, or marketing for me. It wasn't about any of that. I really sincerely wanted to help people. Who was it that said, if you give it away and it's worth something, you never have to worry about it. Never. If you go and worry about money, whatever you're selling, you can't even give it away. That makes sense? So many people push so hard to sell it, sell it. People want to live it. Are you making people better? Yes, and it sells itself. And that's what I said.
Like, wasn't it, because that's crazy, and I don't think a lot of people would do that, but
Yeah.
it's like, but that's why you're so special too, and you stand out
Yeah.
in that way, and that's why I think that's why you've been blessed to
Yes.
be able to work with all these people too.
That I
And,
agree with. I agree with that.
But a lot of people, they do struggle with money and stuff, so in the midst of the struggle, how do you keep that perspective, like even when you're training them for free, like,
Yeah.
or did you have another job to support you?
No, I didn't.
So
I
how
didn't.
were you able to support yourself?
I did. I lived homeless. I washed cars.
Okay.
Do you understand? I lived homeless. I washed cars. I did whatever it took because I wanted to help. See, it ain't for me to tell you, hey man, I really want to help you, give me $1. But no, I really want to help you, but give me $1. But I don't have $1. Then what happens now to the help? If I really want to help you, I want to help you.
Yeah.
But if I'm helping you and I'm charging you, then I'm charging. Is there a difference? Absolutely. So when I went to these people and I said, no, I'm going to work with you. After about the first month, most people got convicted in their spirit. Dude, I can't do this no more. What's wrong with that? Am I not doing? No, man. You got to take something, dog. You got to take something. I went from a size 9, here I am a size 6. I was a size 14, I'm down to a size 6. Hey, man, look, take something, man. Hey, let me buy you something to eat. Okay. Hey, can I get you some gas? All right. Got a wonderful story. You've never heard this. I got a wonderful story. It's only 30 seconds long. There was a lady that I was working with. Her name was Rose. She was all by herself. She lived in a van. And I used to train her at World's Gym. Some of you guys may not know where that's at, but it's in the valley, World's Gym. And she used to say to me, oh my God, one day when I get money, I'm really going to bless you. I said, oh, I'm sure you will. And 3, 4, 5 months went by. One day when I get money, Jim, I'm really going to bless you. I'm riding a 10-speed to the gym. All right? I didn't have a car. I'm riding a 10-speed. I park my 10-speed. I go up there, train 13 people. Bam! And I ride again, right? Go get me something to eat or wherever I can go and whatever money I got that day. And if not, I did what I had to do, right? After a while, World's Gym, I was driving down the street and they had a car. It was an IROC Z convertible. And they said, hey, they were offering this car for like $3,500 down. It was an old IROC Z Camaro. And $3,500 down, and you could get this car. Well, I had no credit. And I'm riding a 10-speed. So the guy would see me every day driving up and down the street on my 10-speed. He said, hey, man, why don't you get this car? It's a great car for you. I said, I don't have any money. So I go back to the gym where this lady is at. And I said, oh my gosh. She said, well, where were you? You're a little late. I said, oh my God, I'm so sorry, Rose. I said, one of the reasons I was late, I was driving by this car dealership and had a little used car lot on the way to the gym, and I saw this IROC Z. She said, oh my God, you don't have any money. I said, I know, but I was looking. She said, well, do me a favor. I said, what? She said, take me down there where that car is. I said, for what? She said, I just want to see, because you're never late. You're always here on time. I said, all right, come on. So we get in her van. Now, remember, she's living out of her van. We get in her van, drive down there, and the guy looks at the car, looks at her, and he says, ma'am, yeah, this is the car the guy wanted to do. All of a sudden, she says to me, she said, yeah, that'd be a great car for you. One day when you start getting money, you can get that car. I'm like, yeah, they still have it. She said, yeah, they still have it. We went back to the gym, finished training, doing our thing. 3 days later, I get a phone call. And it was the guy from the parking lot. He said, hey, Jay. I said, hey, how are you? He said, man, your IROC Z is ready. I said, ready? I didn't fill out no application. I have no money down. He said, well, it's funny because right here is $3,500 and your name is right here. I just need you to come down and sign the paperwork and this car is yours. I said, wait a minute. Somebody gave you $3,500 down on that car for me? Nobody even knows I was going to even get that car. He said, well, there was a woman that came earlier after you had left. There was a woman that came and said she was putting the down payment down for you. I said, well, okay. So I go down there and it was completely legit, right? Signed the paperwork, got the IROC Z. So I drive to the gym, I put my bike, matter of fact, I left my bike there. I'm like, you can keep that bike, right? I'm riding this IROC Z, I'm in heaven, right? And I drive to the gym and I'm so excited. I'm like, Rose, you're not gonna believe this. This lady particular name is Rose. I said, you're not gonna believe this. She said, what? What would happen? I said, you're not gonna believe what happened. Remember that IROC Z? She said, yeah. I said, I got it. You are two people helping each other. I trained this lady literally for 18 months. This woman didn't have a quarter. But all the whole time she was putting away money for me. I never knew nothing about it. Story that touched my life. Anyway, sorry.
No, I think it goes to show that like the more you just give love, you know,
Yes.
the more you give out into the universe, like it'll come back eventually.
Absolutely.
But it's so hard, like even financially speaking, like you wanna charge someone, you wanna get the money quick, and you wanna like you wanna take care of yourself first, and especially like for you, I'm sure there are times you're like, I need to be taking care of myself. How can I help people for free?
Right.
And so like there must have been struggles for that for you.
It was a lot of struggle with that. And you know what it was though? I asked God to sustain me. I said, God, sustain me. And believe it or not, people would bless me. Because remember, the good book says this, the Bible says this, if you give, it shall be given unto you. Right? If you give. Most people don't want to give, right? But many of us think giving means you got to give money. You can give a hug. You can give your time. You can give a kind word. You can give food. You can give drink, right? Do you know the whole time I was training all those people, I never went hungry? Somebody brought something every day. Somebody brought something. Hey, Jay, my wife brought this. Hey, Jay, we had a little leftover. We had this. Oh, okay, thank you. Every single day, as I was taking care of God's people, God was taking care of me. And it became crazy to me. That's why I was like, wow, to the point where I didn't need money, right? I really didn't. But, of course, we all need money, right? But the idea was, I was busy. I was so busy trying to help people. And to this very day, I'm still working with some of the same exact people. And they now pay me freely. Some people now pay me a year in advance. They're like, man, you've been such a steadfast person. You've never wavered. You're always right when you say you're going to be. Does that mean I'm perfect? No. It simply means that when I commit to something, I'm committed to it. I have nothing else. So what else can I do? I'm going to commit to what it is that I said I was going to do. So that's the reason why I said no. I don't know if I can do that now, because obviously things have changed, but I will tell you this much, things have changed as well. People are saying, hey, what was a year going to cost me? Hey, here, I'll write a check in advance for you. I mean, why? Because they said, I've heard your reputation, I've seen your work. And that's one of the most important things about having what you say and doing what you say, and following through what you say. Folk can trust what you say.
Having integrity, like you walk the talk.
Absolutely. I don't just walk, I don't just talk it, I live it so I can give it. I teach it so I can preach it. Right? That's what I do.
And now you're like training these famous like celebrities, influencers, and actors.
Yes.
Yeah. So how did you first get to working with like these influencers, actors, actresses?
Oh man, it's crazy to me because, in the fitness world, it's a small world. All right? When you're good, word gets around. When you're not good, that gets around too. But when you're good and people know that you care, people come by way of other people. Now we have Instagram and social media, but there was a time, and I still believe it's true, and I'm old-fashioned, and I know it is, if I treat you super well, you're going to tell somebody. I mean, super well. And your friends are going to hear who you always talk about that Jnetics. You always talk about Jnetics. I want to go see Jnetics. That's how some people met me. That's how some people got here. Why? What's this Jnetics? Right? What is this? Why are you like talking about that guy? Well, when they come down and they meet me, they're like, my God, now I see why. Man, that dude grows on you. Makes you believe. I feel like moving when I'm around that cat. Why? I feel like doing something, man. I feel like I ain't doing enough. And it makes me really look at my life. Well, wait a minute. That's what starts to get contagious. And people start to say, man, that dude is legit. He's genuine. He really cares about what he's doing and about you, right? So when people hear that, the higher ups, there's only one person that you might know that knows Eddie Murphy. There's one person that you might know that knows Johnny Gill, or knows Joey Lawrence, or knows Angelina Jolie. Who knows? But if you treat everybody phenomenal and everybody well, you don't know who they know, right? That could tell one story about you and your whole life will shift. Your whole life. Want to hear crazy stories? 30 seconds. Literally, I try to keep it 30. Before the Kardashians came on TV, I was offered to work with them. Before they came on. The lady name, so if anybody ever calls in, her name was Linda. Ask Chloe and ask, what's the sister's name? Chloe and what's Kanye's wife? Kim. Yeah. Ask Chloe and Kim. Back in the day when they lived in Calabasas, back in the day when they were offered that show, they were getting ready to shoot for it. There was a lady named Linda that used to come to you guys' place, and she used to say to me, Jay, would you be willing to drive to Calabasas and work with the Kardashians? I'm like, who are they? And she said, well, they're getting ready to get a show, and I know you ain't really into all of that, but I said, well, they're serious. I'd love to work with them if they're serious. That truck right here has been by here 3 times. One time at 5 a.m. I have no idea. But it's the devil trying to interrupt what we're trying to do. So I rebuke it in Jesus' name. The idea is this, I swear to you, every morning at 5 o'clock, that truck picks up the trash. You never see that truck again.
Should we talk to the guy?
Well, no, he's going to leave now. Okay? And look, he's actually parked over there, right? Yeah. That never happened. When was the last time you saw a garbage truck parked? Yeah. They go, get, leave, go, get, leave. They're on the route, right? Why is he sitting there, right? But I just want to share this. It ain't going to stop us. So let's get back to work. This is good. We're live.
Yeah,
okay, go ahead.
So what's like a crazy story you had with like...
I got this crazy story. And it's honestly true. And I'm going to say names so when nobody come back later and like, that's a lie. He's lying. No. This lady name was Linda. I used to train Linda at my gym on Ventura and Tampa. And Linda told me, she said, I want you to go to Calabasas to work with these girls. I'm like, what girls? And one girl was named Chloe, and one girl was named Kim. And they want you to work, they want to use somebody to start working them out. And I believe they're getting ready to get a TV show. And this is the very first, what they call reality TV. And everybody's kind of frowning, right? They're frowning when you heard reality TV. I'm talking about the very first time you heard reality TV. You're like, that's a joke, that's bad, get out of here. And this lady, her name was Linda, she said to me, she said, Jay, would you like to go and train them? I said, look, I ain't trying to do no TV stuff, but they probably are not serious. I want to work with people who are serious. She said, well, I don't know if they're serious or not, but I suggested you come work with them and get them started, at least get them on the TV show if they do get the show or whatever. So I said, all right, you know what, that's not for me, Linda. I got a gym here and I'm trying to take it. I was on Ventura and Tampa. Her name was Linda. And she said, well, they would probably love to work with you and they would probably get a lot out of it if you did. I had no idea who Kim Kardashian was. I had no idea who Chloe. I had no idea who the littlest sister was at that time. Not the young ones now. Had no idea. Finally, they get on TV. Linda calls me a year and a half later and said, those are the girls that I was talking about. I said, oh, so the Kardashians. She said, yeah, everybody know them now. I said, oh, that's cool. She said, well, do you want? I said, no, I'm good. I said, I didn't know who they were. She said, I know you don't watch much TV. You don't do any of that. I said, no. I said, but it's good to know. I said, that would have been funny. I said, it's going to be funny because people are never going to believe I would have been the very first one at that time. But at the time when it very first came out, nobody was putting any stock in reality TV. Okay. Nobody was. Reality, I got a reality show. Oh, man, get out of here.
Did you think about working with them? Or
well, I was going to work with people who were committed to training. And I'm not a guy that, you're going to be on TV? I'll come over there. You know, I wasn't that dude. But at that time, I just said, well, no, I'm happy. But I'm glad it happened the way it did. I wish everybody success. And I even met Kanye West a couple of months ago. It was at a Bible study that we had at Tim's Story, if you're watching Tim's Story. And Elder Barge was there. And Elder Barge and I are really cool. He's a cool guy. And I met Kanye that night, and we all sat and we all prayed. We just all guys, and we got a chance to pray. And met with El DeBarge, and I gotta tell you, it was really nice, but it was weird, because Kanye, instead of you thinking the way y'all see him photographed, he's not that at all. He's a wonderful guy, and he just walked up and said, "Hi, what's your name?" He didn't even say his.
It's crazy.
It was weird. He just said, "Hi, what's your name?" "I'm Jay." "Oh, hi, how are you doing?" And he doesn't even say his name. It was awesome. And this again, I can always verify it because I have no reason to lie or name drop. That's not what I'm here for. But I just thought I'd share that story.
So you don't work with just people because they're famous
No.
or they have a lot of money, and
No.
you work with them based on their character,
Based on what it is that they're trying to do. And not everybody wants to be coached. Not everybody wants to be taught. Not everybody wants to break a chain or come from behind the veil. Not everybody wants that.
Yeah.
Right? When you think about it, you see a lot of rich, famous, overweight people. Saying no names, but you see it. Right? But they have to be willing to do the work and say, you know what, I don't want to be this way. And humble themselves and be able to do it. So that's one of the keys. So I'm not a person that's trying to find fame and a name. I work with anybody who's willing to say, I want to be open, I want to be transparent, I'm willing to be teachable. I want to break something, I want to break some of these chains on my life. And I'm willing to look at my life. See, I always tell people I'm a mentor with a gym. So anything I talk to you about, we can actually hash it out and get it out and manifest the body you want. So it's really cool.
So what is like so we're gonna wrap up with
Yes.
the last final questions, but
Okay.
what is like the mission and legacy you want to leave behind?
The mission, my God, the mission is for people to know that God loves them. The people to know that, honest to God, anything you've ever done, right, God can forgive you for it. Whoever your source, God is my source, can forgive you for it, and to forgive yourself. So many of us walk around with such guilt. Okay, life is such a beautiful thing when you experience it. And only we think about losing life when someone passes away. You're like, man, that was a freak accident. That person lost their life. That can happen to anybody. Something could fall, a tree, anything. The legacy and the mission is to let people know that somebody loves them and cares about them. And no matter what you've gone through, you can forgive it. You can be forgiven. And even if you're broken, you can be healed. You can be put back together again. Right? So many of us think we're beyond repair. Right? Broken, but not beyond repair. So that's the legacy, and that's the mission, to let people know that somebody cares for them. To let people know that somebody is standing, waiting, hoping, and extending their hand to you, if in fact you want to get help. If in fact you want to say, I just need somebody to listen to me, or I just need to get something off my plate. And a lot of it has to do with the physical part, and also the mental part, and also the spirit. It all works together. But the beautiful piece is, my legacy and what God has charged me with is helping to encourage the broken, and the downtrodden, and the forgotten, if you will. And that person who has lots of money, and that's still broken. Just because you have finance doesn't mean that you have everything together. So it's anybody. That person on the 10-speed, that guy that gets our bottles every morning when he drives by. Let's say a kind word to him. Because you just don't know who you might be entertaining. That's mine.
And you guys can check him out on Instagram as Jnetics, Jnetics.
Yes, Jnetics Training.
And then your website's all there as well. And
yes.
The last question I want to ask is, if you could go back in time to like your younger self, maybe when you're going through a hard time, maybe when you're lost or directionless, and just like, yeah, you said that when you're homeless, you didn't have anyone helping you. You just
Yes.
kind of had to make it your own. But if you could go back, like to that time, and just kind of say a word to yourself of encouragement or whatever, you know, what would that word be?
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a deep question. So if I had to go back when I was homeless, I think that word was don't give up. Because when you're by yourself and you have nobody and you don't want to say that you don't have anything, one of the biggest things about being homeless, if you tell somebody you're homeless, people get away from you because they think you're going to ask for something or want to borrow something, or you're dirty, you're nasty, right? And some people are, right? But mine was don't give up and be open enough to get help. I probably wouldn't have had to stay out here that long had I opened up to somebody and said, I need help. But most people don't help us, right? They criticize us and they put you down. You're homeless, what's wrong with you? Why don't you get a job? And instead of just listening to where I'm at, I'm new in town, I don't know anybody, and I came down here, I had a low credit score, and I don't really have anything. Well, instead of just teasing me and throwing me under the bus and saying, that's silly, that's dumb, don't do this. No, man, take the time. So many people don't want to take the time to say, man, I really want to help you, dog. But we see people broken, we leave them there. So if I had to speak back to myself, it would be, don't give up, man. And be open enough to share with somebody. Find somebody you can share with that'll lift you up and bring you out of where you are. You're not asking for a handout. You're not asking for money or cooking. hey, can you just hear me? Just for a moment, can I just share what I'm going through? So many people want to escape life. That's why they take pills, because they want to escape their dream. They want to escape. One thing I did not do, I never did drugs, anything like that. I stayed in the present frame of mind. And if I were to speak back to myself, I would say stay there, but be open. Look for someone that you could share with. When you're homeless, you tend to shy away because you don't have anything. Hey, just go to your house. Hey, man, take your car. I'm living in the back. You know, you tend to, so it didn't make sense to people. Why are you always kind of shied away? Where do you go? You know? So you tend to be by yourself. So that's one of the things I want to look for somebody to be open and I can pour some things out to. Maybe hash some things out. Because not everybody's bad and not everybody want to see you down. There may have been somebody out there that may have said, hey man, I'd love to help you. What can I do to help? You know? Not a handout, but just to help, maybe a direction. Right? Maybe a kind word.
Just to open up.
Yes.
Just share.
Just to share.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Awesome. So yeah, thanks so much, Jay.
Man, thank you, bro. I appreciate it, man.
Yeah,
I really
awesome.
appreciate it,
So
man. That was awesome.
Check him out, Jnetics.
Thank you, Jay from
Do you
Jnetics.
have anything else? Or
Thank you. No, I'm good. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you listening. Thank you. Is that a 2-hour interview? I saw your battery went out. I'm like, this dude better
Oh
plug it in.
shoot, there's still 3 people on. Hey, what's up, Acer? Toaster.
Was that the dude you want to EDC
Oh
with?
shoot, they're huh? Yeah, Acer. Hey, Acer, this is the guy who we got the ticket from
What's up, man?
at EDC. So yeah, you guys, those of you guys live, thanks guys for joining. And this is Jay. If you guys have any like,
Hi guys, thank you for listening. Thank you,
Yeah.
all of you, for listening. Thank you.
do you guys have any like questions you want to ask him, or I don't know if you guys were on the whole time, but
Practical tips, maybe?
yeah, if you guys have any,
Email.
yeah, dude, do you have anything?